Hi everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Lesego Seloane and I am an environmentalist, entrepreneur and the daughter of this amazing African soil. And on my platform you get to see everything green, everything entrepreneurial and everything just about in between. Check it out. Hi everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in today's episode, we are closing up the Going Green series. So in the last episodes, we spoke about recycling, we spoke about the terminology and recycling, and we also spoke about the various guys and ladies that you find on our streets that are pulling up heavy sags that have papers and cardboards and plastic, and we were just giving them credit and acknowledging the fact that they are in our streets. And if you ever see anyone during the holiday season between now and the new year, please say thank you. Prepare cold water for them because they travel quite long distances to make sure that these items get recycled, and they do it with so much enthusiasm, and they really are helping our planet as much as they can. So just prepare something for them, a meal or anything that you see fit. And yeah, so without further ado, so in today's episode, because we've been in our festive season and we as consumers, we consume a lot more during this time. I mean, some family members have been to malls every single day. There's not a week that has passed in December where you haven't been at a mall or you haven't been at a shopping complex or some place where you actually went to go purchase something. And in this time, generally, we are purchasing so many things, so many unwanted stuff, so many things that we don't even need, and we are just stockpiling of really unnecessary stuff. And our consumer habits are increased rapidly, and so this video is just to encourage us to stop certain things in order for us to be better in the new year. It's coming well in time, so we can actually review what we've been doing in the last couple of weeks and thinking, goodness me, I've actually haven't been a good person to plan it. So plan it and pocket, right? So your pocket has been crying in the last couple of days, and now we're gonna try and change these various habits, because I also struggle with these things. Everybody that I get, every 100 rand, every whatever rand that I get in my pocket, I'm just like, I feel like I need to go buy something, whereas I really don't need to. So these are the things that I've come up with, and we are just going to tackle these things and learn how to be better when it comes to saving our pockets and saving the planet. Are you ready? I'm ready and I'm super excited. I hope you'll love this. If you haven't subscribed on this channel, please subscribe. Please hit the notification bell so that you can see upcoming videos when they get posted, and you can also just comment down below if you are enjoying the content that we're coming up with. Coolies, let's get right into it. Alright, so the first thing that we need to work on or stop as a habit is having shopping as a hobby. Why are you shopping? Because you just want to. Just in J. You're just shopping because J. Like, guys, every item that we purchase actually has a footprint on the environment. Every single item that we have has a footprint on the environment. If you can go to any landfill site right now in the festive season, there's tons and tons of junk that was not even necessary, that people really didn't even need to buy. You're purchasing things that you don't need. You're purchasing things that aren't necessary. You're purchasing things to substitute for your for your bored day, because you're bored now, you want to go shopping. You don't need to do that. January is around the corner, so you don't need to do that. And you need to be more savvy with your money, more savvy with how you use your money. So you shouldn't be shopping just because you're bored or because you don't have anything else to do. Find other things to do. Substitute your shopping habits with reading, writing, spending time with friends. The list is endless. Anything that you can find yourself to do during your pastime, go and do something and not shop, because it really isn't good for yourself and the planet. Coolies. Now, another habit that you need to stop doing as a consumer is actually buying items because you want to replace them. As the first thing that comes to mind when something is broken, you're thinking, let me actually purchase the same item. And to find that you actually don't need that item, or it's really not such a big thing that is broken, and you can actually just repair that item. Don't just run to the first solution of actually going to go purchase this item again. You should rather fix it, get something as second hand, or just don't even purchase it, because you'll find that you actually don't even need this item. It's just been standing there and it's really not necessary for you to have that item. So stop running towards purchasing a new item for every little mishap that you experience with your gadgets, or mishap that you experience with the various things that you have. So don't go and buy another one. You don't need two of those, and you won't even know where to store the other one. You're probably even not gonna even get rid of it because you have sentimental values to it, and it's not even that broken. All you need to do is repair it, or consider the fact that you don't need it anymore, and or just get a second-hand item. You don't need to go buy a new thing. Remember, every item that you buy has a footprint on our environment, so don't do that. Coolies? Great. Oh, also, one thing that you need to know is that a lot of these gadgets, or a lot of these products, have a certain thing within them that actually causes the item to actually work for a certain period of time. So this is what they've done as they have created it, and as they have created it, they've planned for it to have a certain malfunction in it over a certain period of time. Like you've probably purchased something and it breaks after 3 weeks or so. It's because it is planned. It is planned. You know, there has been a lot of articles released about how there's a planned obsolescence in various products that actually happens, and now as a consumer you go and buy that thing, and that's exactly what they want you to do. So don't do that. Just check, analyze the product, analyze what you can do to actually fix it, and don't buy, Now, the next habit that you need to stop is actually shopping when you're feeling sad. So this happens to a lot of women. We tend to actually just go out and purchase things because we're feeling sad. And this is not really helping with your mental health. It's not helping with your pocket. It's not helping with the fact that you actually go through this vicious cycle of actually going into a depressed mode. You get to a sad mode, you're sad, and you don't want to do anything for the day, you're feeling really low, and something spikes in you to say, okay, go shopping to purchase something, and that will make you feel bad. You go and buy that thing. After buying that thing, you then feel very guilty and you feel very bad for the fact that you went to go and buy that thing. Then it becomes a cycle again, and then you start buying again, and you just never come out of that. So don't buy certain things, or just don't go shopping because you're having a bad day. Call a friend, speak to somebody, and don't resort to having going to go buy something. It's really not gonna help. It's not gonna help with your physical image if you're gonna actually go buy food. That's what happens with a lot of people that struggle with their eating habits. Don't do that. Rather just don't go. Do not go. Rather have some kind of help, some accountability partner to help you go through this thing that you're going through. And in that way, you would have made a conscious decision with whatever that you really did want to buy, but you're not buying it at a time where you're feeling sad, So you've given yourself enough grace to actually purchase it. And that leads me to the next consumer habit. Always create a waiting period for yourself, So if you're looking out for something that you want to purchase, and in order for you to actually realize what is it that you want to buy, and are you really sure that you want to buy that thing, give yourself a waiting period of 7 to all the way to 14 days, 14 days. And in that way, you really think through this decision, and you won't be going to buy something because you just felt that urge to buy it, but you have felt that, okay, I really do need it. You've given yourself enough time. And this is what a lot of people struggle with if you are someone who's hooked on online purchasing and online buying, because it's so easy for you to just go and click purchase, or go and click whatever input that actually allows you to buy, because it's just so easy. Our brands and all these various online stores, they've made it so easy for us to actually buy certain things. You don't even have to get out of your bed. You don't even have to get out of your bed in order for you to make that purchase. So just don't do that. So consciously just set out a waiting period for yourself. Put this thing somewhere, store it somewhere where you can actually come back and look at it later on and be able to say, okay, fine, I really do want it. And you'll find most of the time you actually don't need that thing, because you would have gone through your closet and you see that you've actually have something very similar to that to that dress or whatever that you were planning to buy, or you have that gadget, or you don't really need that thing, and so you find yourself not even having to purchase it. And I think it's a very great thing to practice. I'm definitely going to do this in the new year, because I find myself purchasing so many things that I actually don't even need. And guys, the dollar isn't the rand. The rand isn't even like making it easy for us, because things are so tough right now. Things are so tough. You find yourself having 1,000 rand and next moment you don't have anything. Like, how does that even happen? You've had a certain amount to spend, next moment down the line in that week, it's all gone. It's all gone. What did you do? You can't even trace back on what you've done with those with that money that you had. So don't be haste when it comes to purchases, especially those who have online stores, the apps and all of that. Don't be haste. Keep it for good 14 days and you realize that you actually didn't need that thing. It was just a hype because somebody else has it and now you want it, and it's not really necessary for you to have it. All right, so that is the last tip. So don't create a speed bump for you to actually purchase that item. All right, so here are a few questions that you can ask yourself in order for you to make better decisions when you're purchasing things, So the first question that you can ask yourself is, can I borrow it? Do I really need to purchase it myself? You'll find that you probably just need that thing for that one day. And there is a means in which you can actually borrow it, with these themed parties. I mean, guys, we're going to baby showers, we're going to all these amazing events, and you're probably only going to wear that thing for one day. Or a themed party where you actually need to be a Spider-Man or whatever character, and you don't really need to purchase that item. You can actually just borrow it, and there are certain places where you can actually hire certain things. In various industries, you can actually borrow or hire out certain items. You don't need to have a driller. You can just actually go and hire it. If you don't need it, then why do you need to go and buy it? So you can ask yourself, can I borrow it, as one of the questions that you can ask yourself. The second question is, do I need it? Do you really need that? You'll find most of the time that you actually don't need that, and you're just gonna fill up your house with items that you don't need. And that's why we have shows like decluttering and various reality shows that help people to declutter certain things in their houses. The next question that you can ask yourself is, how was it made? How was this item made? Was it harmful to the environment? Was it made with child labor? Was it made in a country where it had to be shipped aside and there was a lot of emissions? Was it made in South Africa? You need to ask yourself certain things about where these products have been made so that it can help you better make a decision. And a lot of people that are just like, what, I want to support Black entrepreneurs, or I want to support small businesses, and you need to be that conscious enough to actually say, because it was made in South Africa, I'm going to purchase it. Because it was made by a local South African company, small business, I'm going to purchase it. And that helps you to actually play a very pivotal role in the economy of our country. Another question that you can ask yourself is, how will you store this item? Ooh, I am a culprit to this one, because I think me and my mother, because my mom is even worse. How will I store this item? I have it. Do I have a space in which I'll be storing it? You'll find that you'll purchase something and then it doesn't look good on your kitchen counter, and now you've bought it and now you can't even use it. So will you be able to store this, and how will you store it? And that helps you to actually stop the purchase, because you're not going to like how it's going to look in your kitchen. You're not going to like it at all. You won't be able to store it. So then just don't even bother storing it. And the last question that you can ask yourself is, what will you do with this item once you've purchased it? Once you're done using it, what are you going to do with it? Will you ever be able to have additional use for it? Will you be able to recycle it? Will you be able to reuse it for a different purpose? Checking the material in which it is packaged in. Can you reuse this item? And that's a very, very good question to ask yourself. All right, so I really hope this was enjoyable and educational enough for us to change our buying habits, our consumer habits, and I really hope this will change how you think in the new year about various things that you're purchasing it. So please please like, subscribe, and comment down below. I hope you loved it. Green hearts everywhere. Cheerios. And Happy New Year!